Slotomania has brought us a new character, Spinbad, and a new game called Wild Spinbad. Now, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, it kind of reminds me of my childhood. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, not that I was spinning as a kid, no, but I did read a lot of the 1001 Arabian Nights tales. There was Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, there was Aladdin and his lamp, and of course there was Sinbad, or in this case, Spinbad, and his 7 voyages. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the game itself, and then we'll talk a bit. Okay, let's go wild. The game has 4 wild free spin features. That's why he's called Wild, and the wild symbol is a ship. Of course, here.
1001 stories. Gosh, we had to pick this one.
Okay, now I intentionally kept the sound on because I love that intro to the game. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. So from now on, I'm taking off the sound. I might put it back on when we have free spins, but let me just remove that for now. So yes, 1001 stories. Gosh, we had to pick that one. They had to pick a story. They picked Spinbad or Sinbad. Okay, now, as you can see, we have Spinbad. This I would probably say, I could be wrong. I don't know all the characters they've chosen. This would be Sehrazat, probably, maybe. Let's look at those symbols, actually. Pay table. All right, so Spinbad, Sehrazat, I'm calling her the lovely lady in purple. I'm going very quickly. There we are, the pay table. So we have those 2 figures. The guy in green, possibly the Caliph. And we have 3 monsters here. Now, again, going back to my childhood, I believe this was like some monsters that were bird-like. They were called rock. Could be wrong. This looks like a giant lizard, dragon, and another creature from one of those stories. If anyone remembers it more clearly, please feel free to fill me in on the info I might be missing. But that's the background to the story. The interesting part to the story is the actual free spins that we find in the game. So here I am going back and forth. I'll talk about the progressive jackpots later. So, free spins. 4 types of free spins. We have the sticky, which will give us 12 free spins. We have the random, the roaming, and the expanding. Now, if we really think about it, the sticky we get in Game Manias. We all want those Game Manias, and now we get a game on a permanent basis that has sticky symbols. And of course we also see sticky in King's Valor. It's of course it's not the sticky wild. Some of those symbols, if you choose it, can be sticky. What else? We have random. Well, random is kind of new. We haven't seen it in any other game. I don't think so. Not that I can remember any game that has random. There you are spinning away, and suddenly this bunch of wilds come onto the screen, and totally unexpected. You can get anything from 1 to 15 random wilds on the screen. Pretty amazing. Then we have roaming. The roaming, if you pay Civilly Treasures 2 in the club, you'll be very familiar with it. The difference is, of course, in the club it has 12 free spins. This game actually has 16 free spins. So if one lands on the 5th reel, you'll have it for the next 5 spins, and it just goes on until it drops off. It could also even multiply, and of course expanding. Now, expanding is a feature that we used to see a lot in other games. Haven't seen much of recently. Think of Little Genie, the dancing girl. She just expands when it's a win. So yeah, pretty interesting. What happens is we have all these different types of free spins that we find in different games into one. They put it into one game for us. How do we trigger them? Well, we trigger them by getting the symbol that looks like a compass. Again, you need to remember that this is a story of Sinbad and the Seven Seas, I believe Seven Voyages, sorry. So yeah, everything has to do with his adventures and different parts of the adventures. Okay, so free spins, the random wild free spins. Here's the explanation of this first. I think it's a good idea because this is the newest type of free spins, the one we haven't seen before. Random wild can be added to the reels on any spin during the random wild free spins. I've seen a max of 7 when I got those free spins because I've tried to play every single spin. A random number of wilds are randomly placed on the reel window, and the total number of wilds added to the reel window ranges from 1 to 15. Wins are paid once only after all the wilds have been placed on the reel window. Don't wait for them to be paid before the actual wilds land. Yeah, they have to land. Okay, sticky. During the spins, all wilds landing on the reels become sticky for the remainder of the free spins. The roaming wild free spins, again, think Sevilli Treasures 2 in the club. Exactly the same thing, only difference is instead of 12 free spins, you actually get 16 free spins. Any wild that lands on the reels becomes a roaming. Roaming wild will roam to a position on reel to the left at the end of every spin. And multiplying wilds that roam to the same position will become a multiplying wild. Okay, and the last one, of course, is the expanding wild free spins. Any wild landing on the reel expands to cover the full reel. All right, so, and of course, we have the progressive jackpots. You need a full screen of Spinbad to win the grand jackpot, or a full screen of the lovely lady in purple, possibly Shahrazad, to win the major jackpot. You do, however, need a minimum bet for those jackpots, but the wilds substitute those symbols. So if you get wilds with combination, you still can win the grand and major jackpot. Alrighty, I am going to spin away, and when I get the option, I am going to choose one of those 4 lovely alternatives and spin my wilds away. All right, I'll be back with my free spins. And here we are, the free spins. I can choose my sticky, random, roaming, or expanding. I think I am going to go with random. Because, well, we know sticky, we know the roaming, we've seen that, and we've done expanding. So let's go with something that we haven't seen before in other games. All right, there they come out. It's a lovely feature. I have to admit, it's impressive how they come out, and you will notice here the background to the games, depending on which one you pick, is different. So I'm going to finish off with some sound. I have nothing else to add. Enjoy the game. I hope I see lots of jackpots in group, and I hope you all have some fun. Okay, sound it is, and I'll see you around in group.
Spinbad, what a sailor. That's wild. Great Sultan!